rumor has it that the Neptunes stuff, the stuff that the Neptunes gave to Justin for Justified was meant for Michael Jackson.
Facts.
And you were working with Michael Jackson around that same time on Invincible, right? Did you get to hear the stuff that, like, did you get to hear those demos? Did Mike ever hear them and turn them down?
Pharrell gave me the demos to play to play for Michael. Pharrell called me up and said, "Yo, you really working with Michael?" I said, "Yeah, bro, I'm working with Michael." Yo, please, can I give you a CD? I said, "Yeah, I got you." He gave me the CD. I gave Mike the CD to listen to. I'm the one that gave it to Michael to listen to.
What did Michael say? Like, what did he say when he heard it?
He felt it was too generic at the time.
The meeting was supposed to be for us to meet to talk about music. Now remember, the songs he turned down, I don't think he realized that I was gonna give those songs to Justin. I'm going back in time for a second. So we're in the studio with Justin, and they were like, "Listen, you got a phone call on line 1. I'm like, "Yeah, what was it? That's Michael Jackson." I'm like, "Man, get out of here." And I'm thinking like, it's one of my friends calling from Virginia trying to be funny. They were like, "Listen, please pick up the phone, it's Michael Jackson." I'm like, "Man, hello." And I'm thinking it's my friend. And I heard someone eating popcorn in my ear, and that's how I knew it was him. He's just the king. He's just the king of trolling. He's the king, like I think he invented it. So he's like, "Hey," he's like, "How are you? What are you doing?" "Okay." "You working with Justin?" "Oh, that's really nice. That's great. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, you guys have a great session. Tell Justin I said hello." Hangs up. And Justin was like, "Who is that, Michael?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "How did you know?" He's like, "Yeah, man, he does that."
When I say the word generic, Michael, what made Mike tick is when he hears sounds that no one else uses.
Yeah.
I had to learn that, right? Because he used that same phrase even with me. Like I would play him, I would think was the hottest joint. He'd be like, "It's too generic." And then as I start to work with him, I'm like, okay, so the normal bass sound that I would use, I need to take and sample a motorcycle, revving up, and incorporating that into the bass somehow. And then he's like this. then it becomes interesting to him.
Yeah.
If that's not the interest, if he doesn't hear anything that has ear candy that's really different, he's not gonna really rock with it.
Because you got to think, Mike has heard every sound under the sun. He's been doing it since it's been being done. You know what I'm saying? So for him, it's not just a snare. It's like, okay, that frequency. I need something that hits something else.
100%.
So in working with Michael, you probably had to find all kinds of crazy sounds.
You have no idea. I spent hours in the junkyard with my cousin.
Yeah,
Mike told me to go to the junkyard and hit things, and I'm going to the junkyard. We hitting things and sampling things. I never been in New York City, and me and Michael was together in New York City going through the city, and there was this like crane sound. It was like coming down, and Michael heard and said, "I need you to sample that." And I'm like, on the way to the studio, I had to go borrow a Sony digital recording DAT machine from the studio, go back to that location, hopefully they're still there, and sample that sound.
That is
crazy. He was all about, I remember one time I was doing a song, doing an idea with him rather, and he said he wanted it to sound like electricity. And I'm like, well, where we gonna get that from?
What? Go ahead, my bad.
You know, like, well, like, how electricity? Like, what we gonna do? Shots? Like, how we gonna do that? And I had to imagine things. I had to go in. I remember I took a light bulb, one of my favorite snares, and my engineer at the time, Jean-Marie Horvat, he can vouch for this. We took a light bulb and bust that joint and put it on with the snare, and it just gave us this like sound. It was like a pop sound, man.
Dog, that gave me chills in a way. Like I had a follow-up question, but like just hearing it, I was like, oh my God. This is, because I'm imagining.
So what I'm saying is, if we go back, if I would have just hopped on the drum set and just started playing, he wouldn't have messed with that.
Yeah.
He would have been like, nah, I did that with Billie Jean. That's what he would have said. He would have said that. I did that with Billie Jean. Like, because Mike was an inventor. In his mind, he thought he was, he was all about invention. So it was like, go invent some things, go make some things sound like, he said it to me. He said, I'm so sick and tired of these primitive drum machines. That's what he said to me. And I was like, oh, I'm on the MPC.
And you out here with the
I'm on my MPC while he telling me this, bro. I'm like, you ain't got this one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.